What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? This is Jeff Benjamin with iDownload Blog. Notice my stock clock app right here. You see that? That looks so much different than the normal clock app icon. This is a new jailbreak tweak called Circulate, which allows you to have an animated clock face for the stock clock app icon. Now, normally the clock app icon is already animated, but this brings some really radical animations to the fray. For instance, you get this 3-bar animation. The first bar stands for the hours, so it is right now the 11th hour of the day. The next bar stands for the minute, so it's the 19th minute. And then the last bar is just the second, so you can see that's rising pretty rapidly and resetting and rising and resetting. And that middle bar incrementally goes up, slowly but surely. You'll see it rise a little notch with each second reset. So this is a really, really cool tweak that allows you to have these animated clock faces. And that's not the only clock face that you'll find. You'll find another one here in the stock settings. You'll find the preference panel for Circulate there. Let's open that up. So right now you see all the options for Circulate. The really cool thing about this is that there are no resprings required. You install the tweak, you enable the tweak, and it just starts working. You have a 24-hour clock option. There's also 2 themes bundled in with Circulate from the jump. So you have the rising bar, and then you have the concentric circles. So you could switch between either one on the fly. I'm going to switch to the circles there. You have options that change based on the theme you select. So right now I have the circle selected, and you can see like second ring color, radius from center with the ring, draw ring background, all these things that pertain to the rings on this particular theme, because you can see the theme is much different than the bars theme. You can see the outside circle represents the hour, the second circle represents the minutes, and then the inside circle represents the second. So basically the same premise, but a little bit different. But you can see here, when you go into the theme options, let's go into the seconds options, you can see how the settings really pertain to that particular theme. So it's not just a one-shot deal. Now, if you go into the theme and go back to the bars, you'll notice that the options change dynamically. So this is a really well thought out tweak, a lot of options here, and you can go in and change the colors if you want to do that. So I'm going to change the second bar color, and this uses just a general picker. So I'll make that red. Hopefully it took, I think it took my changes. And then the background bar color, I'll make that yellow. How about that? And there we go. So that's just for the seconds. So let's go back to the home screen, and you can see right there, you can see the background bar is yellow, the foreground bar is red for the seconds, and you can see those seconds continue to move up there. And as those move up, again, the middle one, the minutes will increase slowly but surely. This is just a really, really cool tweak. I'm really impressed by how this thing just updates on the fly. No resprings required. I'm going to go ahead and change the minutes bar up a little bit. So there's the minutes bar, and I'm going to change the background. Let's make that like a orangish color. There we go. It's kind of goofy looking, but you get the point. So let's go back, and you can see that the minutes are changed as well. So you can just update all these dynamically on the fly. And say you don't like the changes you make, I really appreciate when developers put in a reset settings to default button. So you can just do that. And you just select yes, no respring needed, and it goes back to the circles, which is the default. So again, folks, this is Circulate. This is a very, very impressive jailbreak tweak all the way around. From top to bottom, I'm just extremely impressed. This is 99 cents. You can find it on the Big Boss repo. It's compatible with iOS 8. It comes bundled with 2 themes. I assume that more themes will be coming down the pipeline, and like I said, I'm just super impressed with some of these themes here. Well, the 2 that are included, and the way you can customize the colors and the way they update. Everything just updates dynamically, no resprings required. And it works really, really well. It's a nice alternative, especially if you have a theme or some other winterboard modification, or a nice wallpaper that goes along with your background colors and your foreground colors for the bars on Circulate. You can do some really impressive things at the end of the day. So folks, let me know what you think about Circulate down below in the comments section. This is Jeff with iDownload Blog.